Hi everyone and welcome to the monthly update video for the channel for May 2023. This is of course the last of these types of videos for the 2022 to 2023 season. But without further ado, let's get into this, and there is only one place to start, and that is of course with what is to come for this weekend. Now, there has been some significant change in the last couple of weeks, and from the last time I sort of did one of these videos, but I am not going to reveal anything on this particular video. If you follow me on Twitter or whatever, you can follow my progress there, but all I'm saying is it is still obviously videos on all sort of 3 days while I'm out there, but you will just have to sort of find out what they are as I go along. So, a little bit sworn to secrecy with that one. But looking ahead to the rest of the month of May, my next game in this country at the minute is expected to be on Thursday, the 11th of May, when that will be Darlington Railway Athletic versus Shotton Colliery, of course. Leagues such as the Wearside League are still running, various clubs sort of catching up on games that may have been called off for weather-related issues and what have you in previous months. So that is the current plan, and as for next weekend, things are still a little bit up in the air. A lot of it depends on the situation with various EFL playoffs. If Sunderland sneak into the Championship ones on the last day of the season and finish in 6th place, I'll go there I'll be going there on Saturday, the 13th of May, and of course if they do finish 6th, they'll be playing against Luton Town on Saturday the 13th. But if they can somehow find a way to end up finishing 5th, then of course they'll be playing Middlesbrough, and that is of course a game I will fully endeavour to be at both legs of. If it does come to that, then the first leg would be at the Stadium of Light on the on Sunday the 14th, with the second leg on Wednesday the 17th. And speaking of Wednesday the 17th, I'm hoping I can be at the Riverside that night. I mean, it is like sort of done in terms of like priority points and what have you, which is quite right. I mean, if you're a Middlesbrough season ticket holder, you go to games regularly, then rightly so, you should be first in queue. But as soon as it gets to my turn, hopefully there'll be some left and I'll be able to snap one up. So after that, it is of course the Wembley weekend, which I will touch upon in a bit. But as it stands, my plan to end the 2022 to 23 season is going to be on Sunday, May the 28th, with Motherwell versus Dundee United. So just about sneaking one last trip to Fir Park in for this season, but it could turn out to be a pretty big game at the time. Of course, Dundee United aren't exactly safe yet, and it could be sort of a nervous game for them. So it could essentially be Gateshead versus Maidenhead 2.0, couldn't it? So we'll just have to wait and see on that, but it should be a cracking way to round off the season. Speaking of that Wembley weekend, it is all sorted now, and on Saturday the 20th of May, it will be what will probably turn out to be the one and only Premier League game I go to this season, and it is Tottenham Hotspur versus Brentford. So we're really excited to visit the new Tottenham Stadium. Obviously, I'm quite an admirer of Brentford, actually. I quite like Thomas Frank as a manager and things like that. So should be a really good experience. And of course, on the Sunday, it is the day of mainly the FA Trophy final, but I will be attending the FA Vase final as well. That's a definite. But fingers crossed, the Heed will be coming home with the trophy in the bag. As this season comes to an end, thoughts slightly turn towards next season, and I do have a sort of a bit of a idea of how I want next season to look, and I think when it comes to pre-season, I might be a little bit more casual this year than what I've been in the last couple of years. I think the to the absolute truth is I don't really want to be putting too much emphasis on glorified training sessions. So I mean, of course, go to the odd game, but I certainly won't be forcing myself, and so it might be a bit of a lighter pre-season this year, like maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 games tops, something like that. But I might change my mind in due course. But I'm looking into going to one of Motherwell's Scottish League Cup group stage games, which would be pretty good. Obviously, a competitive game, it's slightly different, and if it's away from home as well, it'll probably be away to one of the lower league teams, which should make for a fairly decent trip out. And as well, at this point, I'm not really ruling out potentially going to one of the very early European qualifiers, like if I go over to Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, or even to watch one of the Welsh sides or something like that. Got to keep your options open at this stage. As far as Gateshead go, obviously hoping to get to all the home games next season. Obviously, it wasn't really possible for various reasons this season. I ended up missing 3. But next season, 100% competitive home games record is the aim. So fingers crossed I'll be able to do that. And as well, thankfully, the National League looks as though it's going to be a bit more northern next season. We've obviously Torquay gone, Yeovil gone, and coming down from League Two, we've got Hartlepool and Rochdale. So eases the strain on the travel, that's for sure. I'm hoping I can get the National League completed next season. As it stands, of all the teams that are guaranteed a spot in the National League next season, I only need to go to Dorking. However, if anyone but Dartford wins the National League South playoffs, that'll leave me needing 2 to do. So it's going to be interesting, but all the same, it's something to look forward to. In terms of like Premier League games, EFL games, I want to do a few more next season. I want to keep the channel with a bit more variety, because I know the season's been very Northern League and Gateshead orientated. So to try and just add a bit more. I know obviously in terms of sort of finance and that, those sorts of games are a bit more expensive. However, I don't think 1 or 2 a month maybe is going to do sort of too much harm. Of course, next season there will be another European trip. Sort of looking to get at least one in every season, and it could end up being that I go for a full week. And obviously, a lot depends on what annual leave I can get or whatever. But I'm thinking that maybe head out somewhere on a Friday night / a Saturday morning when Gateshead have an away game that really I'm not going to lose that much sleep over missing. Then maybe travel back on the Thursday or the Friday the following week, ready for the Gateshead game the following week. And ideally, if I could get it maybe around a time when there's going to be like Champions League, Europa Conference League on there, that could work an absolute treat for us really. So fingers crossed with that. Hoping to get into Scotland a few more times. Obviously, I said every season now my aim is at least 3 Motherwell games. But I'd like to get to maybe a few more Scottish lower league games. Take off a few more grounds there. Maybe delve into Scottish non-league a little bit more, like the Lowland League or the East of Scotland League, the West of Scotland League. So just watch the space for that one. And of course, there'll always be sort of space for the usual, the Northern League, Gisborough games on a Wednesday night, NPL games, National League North games, what have you. So that stuff will all remain the same. In terms of non-match day videos, this is something I want to get more into the ballpark of, sort of discussing things within the world of football. So for example, if there's a major managerial sacking within the National League, or a club is sort of pretty riddled with debt, and things are a bit uncertain, as per the Durham City video, or the infamous Durham City video. That's something you can maybe expect over the summer during a close season, I think the biggest mistake I made last year was like I just let my channel essentially just sit and collect dust for pretty much 3 weeks. So I think like I was, and the problem was obviously at the end of last season I really was gaining some momentum. Obviously, Gateshead winning the league, the York against Boston playoff final getting 10,000 views. Halifax against Chesterfield in the National League playoffs got quite a lot of views as well. Obviously, the Berwick Charities Cup, I really was picking up momentum and shot myself in the foot a little bit because that sort of gap meant I'd lost that momentum. So just want to sort of keep things flowing as much as I possibly can. And there may be a bit of a different look to the videos next season. Like one or two things are going to be considered over the summer. The main one is, of course, video titles. Like obviously, as of now, like match videos titles are just 2022 to 2023 game. Well, take last night for example, 110 Hebburn Town versus Spennymoor Town, and all that stuff. And I don't think it's really that catchy, is it? Like people might just think it's just I've just like nabbed the official highlights sort of normally and just tried to claim it as my own. So I want to like give my channel a bit more personality, really. So maybe there might be the titles might be a little bit different. I might say, I don't know, for example, like a brilliant atmosphere as Gateshead batter Hartlepool or something like that, or something along those lines. And as well, the thumbnails will change again for something that is synonymous with next season, like I did with this season and I did with last season, and they'll be the same for the intro to the videos as well. Like I'm not sure what you guys think of this year's intro, what you thought of last year's, but it will change again. I'm gonna try and be more interactive. I think that's something I've got to do. Like maybe just even if it's just getting people's score predictions or just their thoughts on the game / the team. But I know one of like from general feedback, one thing like people enjoy about the videos now is the travel montage. Don't worry, they ain't going anywhere. So that is pretty much all I've got to say for now, and that is that for this video. And I'll be back on Saturday night with the outcome of the first day of my European trip. So look forward to seeing you then. Until then, take care. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.